All right, enough FA Cup. How about some quick hits instead?
Let's go, Gab.
This time, no Matthew Hoppe goal as Bayern stomp all over poor old Schalke 4-0. Jules, the rivals keep dropping points. Are we ready to crown them?
Come on, 7 points now. And even when Bayern are not good, it's a bit like, you remind me of Juventus of last year, where they were there for the taking. The titles were there for Inter or whoever else, and then they bottled it. And the same in the Bundesliga this year. Of course, Bayern they're gonna win it now. They had so many chances: Gladbach, Bayer Leverkusen, Leipzig, whoever you want, Dortmund, and they never taken them. And now look at.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah,
I'm not ready yet.
I am. Real Madrid needed a reaction after the Copa del Rey humiliation against Alcoyano in midweek, and they got one against Alaves. Gab, how important is this?
It was obviously crucially important that they win. Remember, Zinedine Zidane, he was stayed home with COVID. Somebody named David Bertoni, who I'd never heard speak before.
He's his twin.
What?
He's almost Zidane's twin. They look like each other so much. They were together at the Cannes Academy all those years ago.
He was in charge of the team. Eden Hazard played, scored.
Well.
That's good. The one, by the way, no Sergio Ramos, no Dani Carvajal either. So there's potentially a trap game, and Alaves had beaten them before. However, the one thing which makes me concerned is the people who drove them through this. Once again, the old guard. Luka Modric was phenomenal. Karim Benzema, his usual self. Toni Kroos, Casemiro. You need more from the other guys. Hello, Asensio, Vinicius, whoever plays, Isco, whoever plays. You guys gotta step up.
I know, but steady the ship with the old guys, and then when things are better, the others will come through.
Sticking with Real Madrid, Raphael Varane's contract expires in 2022 when he'll be 29 years old, and there's suggestions he might not want to extend. Jules, can they keep him and Sergio Ramos?
But yeah, they can. Well, they certainly should keep Raphael Varane. I can see again why he would want maybe another chapter in his career. He's been there, more than...
Yeah, he wants more money and wants to take over once Ramos leaves.
Yeah, exactly. But that's good, no? Surely Varane has earned the right to maybe be the boss of that defense and bring David Alaba, who's a bit younger than him, and then you're happy, or same age, and you're happy.
He needs a big second half of the season.
Let's see. Inter are held by Udinese 0-0, talking about missed opportunities, by the way, which means they failed to go top, and Antonio Conte gets himself sent off right at the end of the game. Gab, you must be surprised, right? Like
I'm utterly shocked. This was a horrible, limp performance. This was
so bad.
Virtually the same lineup who did so well before against Juve. And the thing with Conte, you know why he got himself sent off? So he was angry first because when they only gave 4 minutes of time added on, right? And he starts shouting at the referee. Then he gets angrier because in the first half, there was a foul that should have been a second yellow by Arslan. It didn't happen. And he goes and shouts at the referee, "It's always you, it's always you." I mean, come on, man, grow up. There's no master plan here. Right? You're not making your players more motivated or better. This is a poor performance. The only positive you can say is now we're talking about Conte, not talking about why they're so inconsistent.
Yeah.
Fine. But I expect more. And I think Inter fans deserve more.
Completely.
Mikel Arteta leaves Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Emile Smith-Rowe, and Kieran Tierney at home, and Thomas Partey, Bukayo Saka, and Alexander Lacazette on the bench. So it's not really surprising that they get knocked out of the FA Cup by Southampton, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. You play a B team against a team that plays an A team, and who are a really good team. This is what happens.
And focus on Europa League qualification instead.
Well, let's hope that the decision that he made by playing the B team, pays off in the league then. That's all I can say. It's not official yet if we stay with Arsenal, but multiple reports say that Martin Odegaard is on his way from Real Madrid on loan. We mentioned that a little bit in the last show. You think it's a good idea, but not such a good idea?
I'm trying to think what the upside is, right? So, okay, other than the fact that Odegaard's going to come, obviously it's going to affect the development of Emile Smith-Rowe. It's going to affect Dani Ceballos, but I guess, he becomes...
He can play right winger as well.
Yeah, he can play right wing because they don't have enough wingers at Arsenal. It's the one position where they're covered. They have 1 million bodies. The one thing about this is there's no agreement, there's no set fee to make the deal permanent.
No.
And my concern from Arsenal, you have to have a lot of confidence because if Odegaard comes and does badly, okay, fine, whatever, he's there and he's gone. If Odegaard comes and does really well, one scenario he goes back to Madrid, but the other scenario he's proven in the Premier League, and then all of a sudden, hey, maybe Manchester City want him. Maybe Manchester United want him. Yeah. Maybe all of a sudden they put a lot of money on the table and you don't have any control over that. That's what's weird. You're really relying on the fact that Arteta gets through to him and says, Martin, if you come and they don't want you back, you got to stay and you got to say no to these other clubs. Because this is a shop window effect from Real Madrid. From Real Madrid's perspective, this is perfect.
But maybe there's a clause somewhere that said that Arsenal will have, if they want to sign him permanently, will have, I don't know, first refusal or first option on him or something like this.
Those clauses are worthless unless they're written down.
Still, I don't know. I want to believe in this.
It's 7 wins in a row now for Atletico Madrid as Luis Suarez scores on his birthday and they beat Valencia 3-1. Jules, 7 points clear, a game in hand, no Copa del Rey to get in the way. This is going to happen.
Oh yes, I think it is. Even if I thought after the derby, okay, Real Madrid are going to come back now. I could see Atletico collapsing after the derby, and they don't. And you know what? At the weekend, they conceded the first goal, which has only happened 3 times this season. The first one was against Real Madrid, and they lost. The second one was in midweek. They came back and won. And again, they came back and won this game. And they played well. I thought Thomas Lemar was fantastic. Joao Felix as well, after being on the bench for 4 games in a row or something. So even when he wants a response from some players, he gets it. I mean, there's nothing that they can do wrong this season. It's pretty remarkable, to be fair.
He's got this, and I think Cholo might sign a new deal as well.
Yeah. Atalanta beats up Milan 3-0 as your boy and my boy, Josip Pulisic, puts on another masterclass. Gab, reason to be concerned for Milan, though?
I mean,
they played well until the hour mark. When it was still in 1-1.
They played reasonably well. Atalanta are a really, really good team, and they have a lot of really important players missing. You can't give Benacer and Çalhanoğlu, these other people. Ibra came out and said, he was all grumpy after the game, saying, "Oh, well, we need more experience, blah, blah, blah. I was isolated." Ibra, remember, you're part of a project here that's based around kids, okay? Yeah. So just,
he knows the deal.
Just get with the program, as they used to say in the 70s. No Lionel Messi, but Barcelona down Elche 2-0. Frankie de Jong and Marc-Andre ter Stegen saved the day, Jules.
It was bad. I'm sorry, but it was bad. And it's not me picking on Barcelona because I really want them to do it.
Because they did create a lot of chances.
Come on.
The Elche goalkeeper made some really good saves.
Yeah, at the end of the game, towards the end of the game, after Rigoni missed a 1-1 against ter Stegen, great save by ter Stegen, but that could have gone down to 1-1 and then it was a completely different game. But they won. That's the most important. I liked Pedri a lot, especially in the last half hour. I thought he was brilliant. And a goal and an assist from Frankie de Jong.
Ricky Puig scores a header.
Yeah, but they need Messi back quickly. The Catalan newspaper Sport are reporting that the club are going to go hard. That's Barcelona after Sergio Aguero, who's free at the end of the season, and David Alaba, also free in the summer. Does that make sense to you, or Alaba makes more sense than Sergio Aguero?
I mean, Alaba theoretically makes more sense because he's younger. I guess Aguero, the idea is like, oh, look, he's Argentine. He must be Messi's friend.
Well,
neither makes sense because both are going to you're going to have to pay these guys enormous amounts of money. How did you get yourself in the problem in the situation to begin with? You have an enormous wage bill. Yeah. Think about it. Not smart.
Yeah.
Paris Saint-Germain beat up Montpellier 4-0 and Neymar, Mbappe, and Mauro Icardi all score. Should I mention Icardi along with the other two?
Yeah, why not? He's back.
All is well at the Parc des Princes, Jules.
It is, Gab. It was really good win, convincing. They played really well. We saw already what Poch wants them to do. There was a lot of intensity. There was a lot of different positioning to what we saw before with Tuchel. And then Kylian Mbappe spoke after the game saying that he still hasn't made his mind up about his future, to stay and extend or to leave and decide to leave. He said he will have to decide soon. So, hey, I've got my fingers crossed, my toes crossed, my legs crossed, my arm crossed, my ears crossed. Everything is crossed for him to stay.
Thanks, Kylian.
Manchester City almost make history, but on the wrong kind, because they came with just 10 minutes, Gab, of getting knocked out of the FA Cup at Cheltenham Town. That would have been epic, Gab, right?
Cheltenham known more for, they have a big horse racing
yeah, of
festival.
course. I went, actually.
I don't like horse racing. I don't understand it. I think it's weird. But, yeah, this was weird. This was not a terrible, you had Taylor Harwood-Bellis in there, but, there was a lot of first-teamers in there. You expected them to boss it. I'm left with this slightly romantic notion, which is it could have been. I just wonder. And the Cheltenham Town manager alluded to this. If that had been a packed stand, 4,000 screaming fans, could we've had another outcome? Would have been funny. But hey, wake up call maybe.
Yeah.
Sticking with City, Kevin De Bruyne is reportedly out for 6 weeks now. Jules, is this enough to derail their title hopes?
Of course it is enough. I think there's 2 players they really didn't want to get injured. One is Ruben Dias and the other one is Kevin De Bruyne. And I don't know how they would cope without him. Of course, you've got plenty of options. And yes, of course, it can still work out. But, it's Kevin De Bruyne,
It's a big blow for the Champions League as well, I think.
Juventus beat Bologna 2-0 as Weston McKennie scores again. And then we discovered that he's a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, he did a whole Expelliarmus celebration. The encouraging thing here, you can look at this and say, look, it's only Bologna. It is only Bologna, right? But that midfield for once, it worked.
Arthur.
You played Arthur with Bentancur and McKennie. Arthur said, Bentancur, you be the playmaker because I'm not good at it. I don't like doing it. I never really did it, which, again, questions asked about Juve. Why'd you sign this guy for that role? But it looked a lot more balanced. Yeah. Ronaldo with Kulusevski up front, so obviously not ideal. But, little signs of progress, little rays of sunshine.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.